Yo, Dylan RC. What's up, everybody? My name is Dylan, as usual. Today, we have a drift competition that I didn't compete in. So I went, I had Chris explain to me how the hell they score everything. I think it's actually really informative because I've never seen it, I've never done it, and it was really interesting, and I think you guys would actually appreciate it. And I'm going to give my thoughts on how Drift RC, in terms of a competition, is held. We're going to recap on what happened in the last 2 weeks, actually, because I've kind of missed stuff. First and foremost, the G-like, I broke it. The pin at the end of the drive shaft fucking shot out through the heat shield thing. Crazy. I just fixed it. Secondly, the B-like, it went from being a Mustang to a Lancia Delta, and now it's a Mercedes-Benz 190E, which is really fucking cool. And I have some clips of that, but tomorrow I'm going to be getting, or the next day, whenever this is, I'll probably already have the footage, but I'm going to get some actual footage. And I realized I need to do way less talking and show more video of drifting. So let's go ahead, I'll shut up, and you guys can watch and learn about how competitive RC drifting is done, and you get to watch my woes because I broke the G-like, and the B-like is a little bit different. So, all right, Chris, tell me what we're doing here.
Right now we are practicing judging for the competition tomorrow because as much as there's new people to competing, it's also very new to us as judges. So we're trying to make sure we, practice ourselves.
Right. So, for someone who's new, because I've never even looked at this,
okay,
and scoring in general, how the fuck?
So, all right,
PowerPoints.
Yeah. So, right now we're practicing battles. So two guys are lining up at the yellow lines over there by the flashing lights. On a green light, they'll go. From there to this first yellow line is largely up to interpretation. It kind of depends on how each individual driver likes to set up for their drift and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But the expectation is that by the time they hit the yellow line, they are, they're sideways, they're drifting. Okay. From that point forward, there are small boxes and large boxes around the track. Those are small boxes are mostly guide markers for guiding where we expect you to be, your car to be on what we consider to be.
But they don't carry, so that this large box here doesn't give you any points for hitting it, or
so they do. They all. So
okay.
You don't necessarily get points. It's more like you start with points and you lose points as you go. You get deducted points.
Okay.
So if you start with, so if there's. In theory, we've got 30 points out here.
Right.
If you miss that dot, you're going to lose 1 point.
Yep. If
you miss that box entirely, you're losing 4 points. But if you get half the box, you're getting 2 points. If you get the whole box, you're getting 4 points.
Okay.
You're not losing 4 points. And you can think about it either way, but in our head, it's you're getting deducted if you're off the line.
Okay. Now, when it comes to the actual box, how do you calculate what's half, what's not?
That's very much it depends. So if they if this is their car,
yep,
and they come in like this,
yep,
that's like half the box. If they come in out,
oh, sorry.
If they come in out here,
that's whole box.
Nope.
No, that's half.
That would be half the box. But if you come in here, you got the whole box.
Okay.
If you came here, you only got half the box.
Okay. So
if you come here, I'm probably only giving you 1 point.
Okay.
There, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points.
Okay, I get it. So basically the goal is to
okay.
Move that off. But so the goal is you want to cover the boxes as you're going through them, and that's how you deduct points.
Yes, yeah. The more, so if as your car is going over it, the more of the box that we can see while you're going, then the
less points.
The more points you're going to get. So.
Okay, I get it.
And then, so when at the beginning of the competition, people will go individually, one by one,
right,
around. And then how many points they get in qualifying will determine their seeding for the bracket round.
Right.
And the bracket round is one person leads, one person chases.
Yep.
The lead car is supposed to do the qualifying lines to the best of their ability. The chase car's goal is to use the lead car as a moving box.
Oh,
so
okay.
The chase car is not required to hit any of these things. Their only requirement is to mimic exactly what the car in front of them is doing as best they can.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay.
So in a perfect world, you are like your cars are parallel to each other.
Right. So it's just basically shadow boxing at that point, essentially.
Yep. And we would rather. So there's this fine line between, like, we want to see you as close to them as possible, but you also need to give them room to make their transitions when it's time to do that. So the fine line between being too close and giving yourself enough time to back off so that they can transition.
Okay.
So sometimes, and there's also a couple bodies for it. We use these bodies that Richie made for us. If I've got two guys drifting through here, and like this guy's out behind, and he's trying to catch up space. I don't want to see him like this. Like there's a lot of guys that'll think, oh man, I'm really close, really close to him. But to me, I would rather see this guy like this.
Okay.
I'd rather see more of that space, but have him matching what the guy is doing than this. And then as they come through, as you come through an area like this, you're in theory. So if the lead car is out here, the chase car in a quote a dominant chase would actually be even a little bit further behind it because you're running an even wider line. You're tucked in here, and then as he comes out here,
you want to hold off here.
You're holding off, and then you're coming off.
Right, to transition and give him enough space.
What happens is on the chase, so the chase guy is here. He's in a better position because if he's here. As this guy comes off, he's still that much closer to him and has to slow down that much more to let him.
Right.
He loses his momentum. He has to then make up distance.
Run that back. Just run that back. Run it back, sorry. Run it back. I was asking Chris for an explanation on what's going on. Can you write dislike for me? Dislike. D.